This is the first video that I'm doing for YouTube. I normally don't do YouTube videos, but this is one of a kind. I just, thought that maybe all these ideas that I've been having, all these ideas on beat production, all these experiences that I've, gathered along the way, I kind of just felt that I should, give something back, to the universe. Like, I should put something out there because you never know. Someone might learn something, great deal from what they might see here. So I'm using Reason. It's one of my favorite DAWs for programming beats, and I like it. What's the time now? Well, it's still morning. I just woke up, and I just want to put this idea pretty fast. So this video is not gonna be long. It's just a short video putting down some ideas here so that I don't forget it. But I'm hoping that someone might pick something from here as well. I normally like starting my beats with some templates. It's good to work that way because you work pretty fast. It's not like cheating or something because the template is a template that I made myself, and I'll be making a video soon to show you how you can configure your own templates so that your workflow becomes faster. It's a pretty simple template. Let me show you what it entails. It doesn't have anything on it except some synths loaded in it. Here I got some cog drums, for programming drums. I got some rolls that are from NT 19. I have some subtractor playing, some brass on it. I got some keys. I have some keys there. We did know some delay on them. I got kalimba. Also, it's a preset, from Subtractor. Got some kalimba on them. I also got some guitar. Actually, this is a template for Afrobeat. This template for Afrobeat. So, actually, this kind of instruments normally for Afro, but you can use them on any kind of instrument is an instrument. It's just the rhythm that you're playing on them. And I also got some strings there. That's a very beautiful sound. It sounded like what's that? It's like some horns. It's very beautiful sound. We got piano there. We got the bass. Bass is very important. I got some percussions there. What is this? Some sax. So some saxophone. Can also come pretty handy. This is just a template. I normally, sometimes I don't like, overcrowding my beats, so I normally avoid using so many instruments on them, as long as the drum is perfect. And it pretty much works for me when it comes to mixing, because making decisions then when mixing is easier if I don't, engage so many instruments in my beat. When I'm, you don't have to. I don't get overwhelmed when I do the mixing because decision making is easier. And you should also, think along that line because easy does it. No matter what they say, easy does it. Just take it easy with your, instruments to avoid clashes and unnecessary phasing issues and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start this beat with the drums. Oh. Right. And we're gonna start by setting the tempo. Tempo for Afrobeat, something like maybe around 118 to 121. So 118. Yeah, that's the kind of groove that I'm going for. Something like ta ta. And let me tell you, if you really want to translate your ideas faster, you first have to know what you're going for. Like, you gotta have that thing in your mind, in your brain. It has to be some rhythm that is actually in there, so that when you sit down on your door and you try to translate, it comes out faster. So this is kind of what I have. Should be playing some bounce in your head. Ta 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 ta. So that is what I'm going for, and I already know what I'm going for, so it's easier for me to proceed, because all it takes is just punching some keys in there to get that thing out of my head. Just put it in. That's the kicks. Pow, pow, pow. So that's gonna be the kick drum there. Oh, missed a bit there, but it doesn't matter. No, it can always delete those ones there, remain with what I want, and just duplicate it. Right. So very simple. You can quantize the velocity if you want, or you can. But I think with the drums it's preferable that you quantize the velocity, so that you get something that does not have irregular volume. Just keep your volume there regular. Then I need something like a clap. Clap is yeah. So I'm going for something like that. Pa 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 pa. So let's see what we got there. Yeah, and you can as well quantize the velocity here, so just like what we did with the kick drum. So I quantize that one and I get what I want, which is and then let's see. I first want to keep the drums simple, so that things don't get so complicated, because just the idea is actually in the melody. It's not in the drums, because the drums for Afro is pretty much standard. So it's nothing great about that, but just want to show you how to layer down these drums. So we got I need some like a hi-hat there. Something like that. So let's do that. I normally like starting my beats with some chords on them, because it actually gives me the, actually translates my idea well. Like I told you, you got to first have this thing in your head, like, some melody or maybe something. So that is actually what I like starting with. I'm going for kalimba, because kalimba is actually synonymous with the Afro beat. And I got my kalimba here already loaded. I got something like that. Actually, that was the idea. So that is what the idea that was in my head. I'm like, I want to build like a lot of stuff around it, but this is just the drums. So in case you feel like you want to recreate something like this, that is the scale. I'm just trying to reorganize this. This is what we have. From there, I think from there I think I'll go the base, because I feel like it's always better to layer the base, and it makes things easier when you layer the base, or the baseline earlier, before you flood your beat with a lot of instruments or maybe a lot of melodies. It's normally better to layer your yarn, because bass kind of brings things into perspective. I don't want the bass to be so crowded, because I already got my melody there. And we'll bring our bass down so that doesn't overpower everything. Let's bring our bass a little down. It's kind of loud. So from here, I feel like I pretty much got the basics covered. But there's so much that you can do from here. Like you can add so many things. I normally like going for guitar after layering something like this, or maybe the keys. Yeah, I think I got something nice there. Let's try it. I think I like that. Layer something like that for the ambience. That's something for the ambience, and it has to be, I think I'd prefer it when it's it plays lower than yeah, I think I like it when it plays there. Yeah. I think I'm liking it the way this beat is coming up. So I think from there, this is the best. These are the basics. So we pretty much got like all the basics covered. So I think from here we pretty much got all the basics covered. But from here you can develop your beat either way. Everyone might be having ideas on how this beat might go. So if you feel like you can recreate a beat like this and take it different places that you wanna, you're free to do it, and you post it down there so that others can listen to it.